me something I don't know. Like when it drop home, game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop home, game in the chokehold.
I reinvented myself, they sorta hated it. I reinvented myself and upgraded it. Traded in the Jews, copped a couple new ones. Lost a couple friends and got a couple new ones.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Carolina Panthers. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. Jerick McKinnon now to return. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Girl, you better not put it on, boy.
To throw on 2nd down. Murray. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Solomon Thomas in there to sack him for a loss of 6. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Murray. He may try and run for this. And he slides to avoid the hit. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
On first down, Murray. And an alley to run. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Flush to his right. Gets him away at the 30. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the gun, Murray buying time to his left, and he fires one incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they didn't come out of it with points. In a sense, they could look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
Sony Michel, his first carry, stays on his feet, breaks free again, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Reset. Black 99, feel it. Take 4.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
They'll run now with Ware. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert, but right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Tiger.
Out of the gun, Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Come back.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he finds McDonald. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run it here. Ware. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we...
Put a penny, nickel, dime, quarter, last earned. I don't penny. I only put a penny, nickel, dime. I don't hold a dime, nickel. I don't only put penny, nickel, dime.
On 2nd down, Michelle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Come back! Nickel. Reset.
On 3rd down, Michelle. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down.
Come back. Tiger.
From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. The first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. On the ground, this is Ware. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
He'll get it up the middle, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Spencer Ware, a 3-yard touchdown run. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Here's Breida. And an alley to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Detroit! Gone!
Murray now going deep downfield for Ross. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. As his guys are in for 6. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
Come back, come back.
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a tough one right there.
Watch out, watch out.
Right to the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're
told you to get out of the way.
Down here.
Richmond. Tiger.
Here's Watson. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On the run, it's Ware. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And they'll go on the ground. And a solid run down inside the 30. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
4 down.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Richmond.
Now a pitch out to Michelle. Able to power through. And a short gain here down to the 22. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try the air now with Watson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal?
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. things up as we head toward halftime. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down. Murray going deep downfield for Ross. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Over!
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray flushed out right. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he will avoid the contact. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They start the second half with Michel on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got
Let's go.
And as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Watson. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. Nice gain of 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A give. This is Michel. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And it's Michel once again. And an alley to run.
Hello?
Gets it inside the 35.
You watching the game?
The 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
They're making it look
easy. You watching it?
Another first down. So far on this drive,
hey, yeah, you see, bro, he got this, bro, he know a fluke running play, bro, because I cannot stop. I went 3 different defenses, bro. I cannot stop this little running play.
31 now on 1st and 10.
No, but that too, but then he got to play where he just run it, bro.
First down, a run
see?
Smallwood.
I'm going to make one of them fumble, bro.
Shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd down, Smallwood. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
They'll run with Smallwood. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Wendell Smallwood taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score.
Hello? Hello?
Now the punter who also does the kick.
Yeah, I hear you.
Lock Edwards out to kick it away. To return, it's McKinnon. And a good return. He's across the
I'm gonna call you, Nick.
yard line, right around the 36. It's the Vikings' turn on offense.
Oh, you getting a little lucky, bro.
First possession of the second half.
Go.
They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board. Get some
I hear
momentum
you.
here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
To throw again. Murray going deep downfield for Raw. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 42 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's
What? I was out of the pocket.
To the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Murray. Herndon's got it complete, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Come on, third.
Incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about
Come
the
on, man,
execution of
that's
that
some
defense
butt shit,
right there. The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away.
Y'all ain't straight, bro. You got, bro, them little 2 fluke running plays you got, bro. I'm find some shit for them. Don't worry.
They get set to come back onto the field. They have to be pleased with the way that they
about to make you say right now, nigga.
And why wouldn't they?
Yeah, like I did last game. You was up 21-7.
They're playing so well right now. The field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Hey, Richmond, Black 99 Philly.
Here's Smallwood as they begin on the ground. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
We're going to come through the middle, y'all. Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. And they're not able to hook up there.
Man, we needed that pick.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
The Panthers on third down.
Girl, you crazy.
They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Watson operating from the gun. And he gets it to Funchess complete.
Oh, the fucker, man.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Fuck, man.
Big hitter there.
Damn, I should never dove. I try to dive at that fuck nigga, man.
They're starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower. That front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now Michelle, and this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And we're back now in Charlotte. They pitch out to Smallwood.
Man, give me the ball, Cole.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds.
Bro, how, bro? What the fuck?
I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing.
Hey, the fucking YouTube runs, man.
Maybe. Close.
You got that shit, nigga. You only got 2 plays, bro.
Toss play.
Yeah, man.
And he's going to lose yards.
I see.
They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Watson now to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Joey Bosa coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
There you go.
And he missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Murray dancing to his left. Oh, look, and he'll be forced out of bounds, shy of the line of scrimmage.
Damn, I wanted to throw that bit deep, but I didn't want to take no chance, but that nigga was fucked.
2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Let's go.
Detroit!
Oh,
Looking
shit.
to throw on
Fuck that.
2nd down. Murray escaping the pressure right. Oh, a nifty juke there.
That nigga wasn't even trying to do that, bro.
All
Come
that gets
on.
him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him.
I can't even get the fucking hole, bro.
Too strong. They get there and take him down.
Fuck.
Van Noy in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is taken around the 12. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Black 22! Black 22!
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Tight end right. Reset.
They run again with Ware. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
That one good for 33 and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger?
Slow ass nigga Ware.
First
Come on,
seems just
man.
as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the first,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to
Man, don't worry. I'm going to get right, bro. I ain't need to fix my team. No, I ain't worried, bro. I'm out here.
And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
I'm going to make it, bro. Don't worry.
Able to stay in bounds of the clock.
Last year, you got, man, that little fluke you got to play off some 2 fumbles by Kyler Murray. Come on, bro.
They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in.
It is what it is. It's a game, bro. They're going to give you what they're going to give you.
First guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation.
Come on. That bitch-ass shit, nigga.
Got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat-and-mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So they're on that play. Offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Forced out to it, and it's caught. It's a touchdown with zeros on the clock, and an extra point will send us to OT.
Brandon, we've seen this many times.
Let's go!
They got the momentum. They just scored. Go for 2 and end this thing now.
And now they're going to
finish him,
coach.
coach.
A possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult.
Damn, you got that bit locked down, boy.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
We going to overtime. Fuck that shit, nigga.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. So that'll back them up 5.
Hey! Yeah, I wanted to, big.
Now for the all-critical extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and that will tie things at 20 all.
That's how y'all boy come back.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to
get the ball
to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need
y'all
to go
tired, man. Let's go, man.
Zone and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. First throw in OT for Watson. And McDonald here over the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. They toss it left side to Smallwood.
There you go.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2.
That's Smallwood, man. He don't know nothing about that.
As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and it flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down. Two minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back. after this. Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. On the handoff, it's
you go.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him
I wish
with a
you
4th
would,
down.
nigga.
The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
An 8-yard return.
Hey, if the clock run out, it go to overtime. It's done.
And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Now the Vikings offense
I mean, is it though? The clock run out.
Over here. Their defense did its job, got the stop.
Oh,
All
okay.
they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done. Now part 2. Now a first throw here in overtime. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too raw.
Overtime. I ain't that stupid.
That's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Throwing again.
Got him. Come on.
Murray finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray.
Ah, come on, man. You ain't had that shit, nigga. You ain't had that shit, nigga. We out here, man. That was perfect. He dropped that bitch, man. Try it again,
coming out
man.
of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion. Kind of a muddle in the middle of the field.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun.
Oh, yeah, we got him.
And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. The escapability in evidence there as that
Strip him.
for 15 and a 1st.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play.
I heard him. I don't care. I got another quarterback waiting.
The big hit and pick up a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Gun! Detroit!
To throw again. Murray eluding the pressure right.
Oh, you should have threw that bit, Murray.
They'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example.
Damn, Murray, you got to get off that shit,
in the
man.
pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. The Vikings on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Oh, yeah, I like this, coach.
From the gun, Murray steps away to his left.
Come on, you come on, motherfucker, man.
Goes down. Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Here now, Johnny Townsend on for a very important punt here in overtime. Well, how about this very rare tie that we just witnessed? Hard to believe.
You don't see it.
Hold on, bro. It better not be no tie, bro. Game over.
A little bit unsatisfied.
So that will be it. And how about that to start a season, Charles? Both teams 0-0-1.
Say that again?
Yeah, 0-0-1.
That is not what you expect to see when you look at the box scores, right? When you look at the standings after a game like that. And do you really think they worked the whole summer, the whole offseason to come in week 1 and leave with a tie?
No, I don't. But, hey, I guess better than being 0-1-0.
Good point.
Bruh.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles.
You watching the game?
I see you about to throw it, try to run out of bounds, and you hit you.
Bruh, no. It ended with a tie.